Okay, everybody, we are here with Gulam. He just finished the 6-week challenge, and I wanted to do a little video case study with him and have him share with us a little bit about his experience on the 6 weeks. So, Gulam, you're done 6 weeks. Can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself? Your personal life, just briefly, family, kids, and why essentially did you join the 6 weeks? Where were you with your health?
Sure. I have 4 children, 1 son and 3 daughters.
4 children. Holy
yep,
cow.
1 son and 3 daughters. So life has been busy, work and everything, laziness completely. Coming from back home where I used to do 10 miles a day of cycling to get to any place.
Yeah.
Here I have the car and everything, put on a lot of weight thanks to pizzas, cheesecakes, everything that's...
And he says back home, you mean India, right?
India, yes.
So he used to live in India, he was born there, and you were telling me before that, you were so thin back then.
Yeah, I was.
So from riding your bike daily, now coming to the States, we know how fast-paced lifestyle is, such a huge place,
yep.
and you have to have a car,
yeah.
and it kind of like hits you with this type of lifestyle,
yep.
and now things change, you start driving, pizzas, keep on going.
Yep. So all that basically, it was gradual growth. I've been trying to keep myself down, but you know, when you're taking in more than when you're taking out less,
Yes.
It's gonna add up.
That's right.
So why did I join? It's amazing because I was fed up of seeing myself in the mirror. Because I knew how I can look like, and that's the most hurtful part when you know that how you can look like and what you see yourself in the mirror, and that drove me absolutely. One of the things was that when I used to walk and stuff, I started feeling my heaviness of breath and stuff in my breath. I couldn't walk for long. The biggest reason I basically was motivated literally towards this was I'm an organ donor. So one day I was just looking at the mirror and I was like, do you really think this guy's organs will be useful to anybody? Literally, you're an organ donor just for formality's sake. There is no purpose in your body left. You're crapping out your organs like anything. And I was like, okay, this has to change. That's when I found your ad about the 6-week challenge, and I was like, let me go and thanks to your push that you did. I appreciate a lot.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was my major reason that I wanted my body to be useful to people, not like they start taking out the organs, they're like, you have to throw this one away, this one away.
This is
So that's
wow.
was my main intention.
So also you said you have 4 kids,
Yep.
wife, I met her once, she came here.
Yep.
Now, as far as that, because a lot of people are busy, and you're very busy. I mean, you
I
work
am.
a full-time job, you have
Yep.
4 kids as well. But before I ask you about this, now let's say, well, you know your background, what was the progress you saw in the 6 weeks? What did you love about the program, and what were the benefits of it?
One of the biggest progress that came to me was in my 3rd week. We went to Indiana Dunes, and I used to look at the dunes and I was like, do I have to climb it? Like my uncles, one of my uncles, he's very much about like, oh, you got to correct yourself sometimes, because he saw me when I came here. I was thin and stuff. He's like, you have children and stuff, you have to take care of them. And I used to be like, oh God, do I have to climb this every time? That's how I used to think. And when I went over there, I was like, I gotta do this.
Yes.
You know, the whole training that you go through here motivates you to try a higher challenge, basically. From taking
In
food,
life,
in life, from food to anything, basically, any challenges you get, right? So looking at the dunes, so I started climbing out, and I was amazed that I could climb without a single extra breath or without a single extra heartbeat. I mean, like, I went up there, I cried, and basically I'm a Muslim, so I kind of offered like 2 thanks of prayers over there. When I reached to the top, I was like, thank God, basically, that where I have come. Because it was a huge change for me. It was a huge change.
You put tears in my eyes right now when I hear those things. They're powerful. This is deep right there.
No, it was hard, believe me. I mean, like, everything, it's not easy, but when you get it through it, it's different.
I can see your, your
Yeah.
fears as well. That's amazing. That's such a big. When you say your organ donor, you woke up there. You know where you were. You know where you are, and you know where you can be again, and it becomes very, very powerful as well. So that's one of the most powerful things you experienced. That okay. What were the physical results that you got? Can you give us some details?
Like second week or so, the family started feeling difference in my face, and I started feeling difference in my body, and I could do a lot more, and I had the stamina. I had the strength to go on. Basically, I was like walking. Like I have a 1.5 mile walk to work daily from station to. I used to feel really tired. I was like, oh, really. But now I'm like, just walk through. It's like just a regular thing. It's not really. So there are a lot of changes I felt, and the most important one I would say that I was a person who never ate vegetables.
That's right. I would never forget
My
that.
line used to be since I was a kid was that vegetables are for goats and sheep.
Wow, really?
It's the lions that eat the meat.
Holy, I've heard that before actually.
And that completely, like this whole process, it's kind of restitched my brain completely.
Yeah.
I begin to love green leafy vegetables. I want to just eat them raw.
Yes.
If I have a choice between leafy vegetable and mutton sitting right in front of me, I'll choose the leafy vegetables. It's so much amazingly restitched my psyche. I can't believe what I am today, frankly. I just can't believe, literally can't believe.
Yeah, unbelievable. Because I saw you posting those photos with you getting inspired and deeper into the broccoli or whatever you were eating, and it's transformation. That's a deeper transformation right there. So and the funny thing is, everybody. The funny thing is, he's such a humble man, such a great guy. A lot of people are coming for this challenge, obviously to lose weight, lose body fat. But so far, he did not mention for a moment, the weight loss he's got, the body fat he lost. There's much deeper lessons, much more deeper transformation for him than just losing the pounds. But in the 6 weeks, how much weight have you lost?
We measured 28.2 pounds. Yeah. 28.2 pounds.
So he lost 28.2 pounds in 6 weeks. Healthy weight loss.
Exactly, in a healthy way.
In a healthy way, because you were doing the health. It's nothing extreme, right?
Exactly.
How much body fat did you drop?
It was about 6.6% something.
So he lost 28.2 pounds in 6 weeks. He lost 6% body fat in 6 weeks. And that's just the minimum, the bigger transformation, what you mentioned earlier, So can you tell our audience a little bit about now, is the nutrition, I know you come from a background where you just mentioned it. The vegetables are for the sheep and goats. The meat is for the lions. And now, because a lot of people, the reason I'm asking you, because a lot of people don't like vegetables. They even say, you're asking to eat vegetables for breakfast? So a lot of people don't eat vegetables. Many people do, but many people don't. So can you tell them a little bit, was it hard nutrition? Just exactly how you experienced it. Was it easy to implement? What was your experience in the nutrition you had? The specific one we designed for you.
So in the beginning, absolutely, it was hard.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no doubt, because it's a whole change of personality. You
Yes.
have to go through yourself.
Yes.
You have to commit your mind to it. I read it somewhere, it's all in the mind.
Yeah.
When you convince him that you gotta do this, he will start subjugating himself to you. Otherwise, if either you get subjugated to your mind or the mind gets subjugated to you.
Wow. That is powerful.
Either of the two.
Yeah.
So
either you control your mind or the mind controls you.
Controls you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in the beginning it was hard. Then I started with some stuff that I like. Like I used to eat lettuce. So I began with that, and then I found that the spinach, basically the baby spinach, was tasty. I found that the main reason I didn't like vegetables was maybe because the way we kind of cook the vegetables up too much. So I found that it's easier to eat green leafy vegetables raw itself.
Okay.
Because you're eating in their natural taste.
Yeah,
They don't taste any different from fruits.
Yep.
Literally, it's like you're munching on an apple when you're munching on a broccoli. Just you gotta make your mind feel that it's no different.
That's
really.
right.
It's
So powerful.
It's all about. It's like when you add spices and stuff, the whole thing changes.
Yeah.
You're cooking it up, you're just changing the whole thing. But when you're eating it raw, it's how it was created, basically.
That's right.
So that's amazingness. So that's what I begin to love, the way it tastes raw, basically.
So you're saying before the challenge, obviously the fun, the joke you had, the vegetables for the sheep and the goat. So without saying anything else, you did not eat vegetables much at all before that.
Not much at all.
And now 6 weeks later, you transform the way you think and you love vegetables and you eat them frequently.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. Usually we do this. We tell people it will take a longer time for people to do that, but you are just on the fast track. I believe it's because he utilized his mind properly, and your mind can do that, you know. And a lot of people, they continue to, when they convince themselves to exercise, they start exercising, but what they do is they constantly dread the exercise. They don't understand by fueling the problem, say, you know what, I'm gonna go exercise, but I cannot wait to get out of this place. Or I just hate exercise. I don't like exercising. And the more you are in this type of a mindset, self-talk, then the more you are making it more vivid, more real, more part of you, more part of who you are, and then you're never gonna get there.
Yeah.
Whereas how you transform this, you switch that around. I'm not saying it's easy. For some people, maybe easier. For some people, maybe it may take a little longer time. I don't know. But for you, 6 weeks, you convinced your mind the way you said. You know, you adjusted how you thought about it, and then the mind followed up on it.
Yeah.
And then bang, quick, and then it's part of you. And this is what actually this type of case study, what he's saying right now is absolutely what I know for myself, what I've been coaching and teaching to clients, and that's the best way to really transform not only nutrition, anything in life. You just learn how to utilize your mind. Another thing quickly, as far as the exercises, many people have knee pain, lower back pain, shoulder pain, or just they have never exercised, or maybe 5-10 years. What would you tell them? Would it be doable? Is it too extreme? What would you tell them?
One thing that I will tell you, there were certain instances where I felt tired. In that moment, the amazing thing about this place is that unlike all those Beachbody insanity stuff that you see on videos, where everybody's like crafted bodies like Risto and stuff, and you'll like feel saddened that you're not that. But in this environment, I saw that there were older people, a lot older people than here, that were actually trying to be better. And I was like, what am I? I'm like almost 30 years younger than that guy, and how can I not try?
Yes.
So it's, I mean, like the exercise routine is amazing. If you have a problem, the trainer basically adjusts your moves to be comfortable to you. That's what I have observed for people that are not able to do a move because of a certain inability that they have grown into. That's how they help out. They turn the exercise so that they can use the same muscles but in a different way.
Yes.
So that's what I've seen. So it's just amazing.
That's awesome. I really appreciate you saying those kind words. And lastly, a lot of people are on the fence. They're watching our clients' transformations, and they're enjoying it, and they ask questions, but they're hesitant because of the things I mentioned to you. They think it's too much for them. They think they need to wait to lose weight first. Sometimes people say, I need to lose weight first before I come to you. That kind of doesn't make sense because that's what we do. And what would you suggest to the person that is on the fence? They would like to join, but they're scared, they're afraid, they don't think they can make it, they think it's too much for them, they don't think they're ready, they think they're too busy, they don't think it's the right time for them. What would you tell them in the 6 weeks that you accomplished?
people tell me that I'm a little pessimistic person sometimes because of my conversations. I see the time of death is written for everybody. It's going to come at some time, whenever it's going to come. It's all about the ending you get. What kind of ending you bring to yourself is in your hands. And that depends on how healthy you are. I learned it from my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, who basically lived a happy life till 95. He used to eat less, and he used to go for his walks and stuff. And the only thing that he suffered was like last 15 days of his life where he was bedridden. And otherwise, he went through in peace. So I would call that a good ending instead of like lasting through years with diabetes problems or blood pressure problems, slowly deteriorating your body, completely decomposing it even before it gets into the grave.
Right.
So it's better to correct now than basically wait for your death to correct it. So better to, if you're in it's like a chicken and egg problem. If you don't make a move, you're not going to lose weight. If you keep waiting for your thing, you're not going to lose weight once again. So it's all you who is getting affected. So you got to make yourself better so that your ending is better. So you're easier for your family to deal with.
Yes.
It should not be like they're lifting up a 300-pound man or woman to basically just to make them not have bed sores. So it has to be easier for everybody, for yourself as well.
And you're talking about, wow, this is so deep. I literally have never heard anybody talking like this from this type of perspective. You should make it easy for your family as well, because this speaks to me responsibility, right? Because you're not the only one. Most people out there, more than 95% people out there, they have somewhere around them, okay? They have kids, family, husband, wife, dad, or whoever, people in their surroundings, and if something happens to them, we're talking about, obviously, in this environment, we're not talking about that often, but you should, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's eventual.
Are you responsible for that? You know, because you're not the only one in this world. When we leave this planet, there are people you're leaving behind. Don't make them suffer or make it easy on them, just like you said. That's another thing. I know it's kind of funny how this conversation goes with this, but it's absolutely true. It's the responsibility. If a person thinks about them being responsible in that aspect, then you know what this tells me? I want to be responsible for my own health. I want to be responsible for everything that happens to me. So when you become responsible to whatever happens to you, then all those things kind of correct themselves, which is amazing. I want to thank you so much for this. I've learned and I was inspired probably more than you were, but you were just so...
No, you inspired me a lot, and everybody here, basically. It's a very inspired-filled environment here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been transformational for me, for our clients, I'm sure for the people, you know, your friends joined because of you, because of your transformation, because of your process. So it's like a ripple effect. You know, as you're in the process of transforming yourself, it's like other people around you that you didn't even know about, they get inspired. At least a little bit, they get this spark. Oh, I want to do this too. I want to exercise too. And then...
Funny interrupting you. One of my nieces, she's going to join too soon.
Okay.
Once she settles down her work schedule and stuff. She was saying that, she was saying that she's called, they call me Sandani at home. So it's my last name that they use. She was saying that if Sandani can do it, I can do it too. That's her words.
See, if nothing else, this is worth it. You know, if I can do it, obviously we do it for ourselves. But if I can do it for other lives, and they say, I'll take care of myself because of you, because of how you behave, that's major in life, right? I mean, this is service to others. I believe part of our purposes for our existence here is to service and to serve others as well, because automatically when you do something good to others, is really when you feel good. Absolutely. Automatically, if you're in the right mind, you would feel good servicing others. So based on that, I think this is part of our purposes here in life. So, well, thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
It's so good.
I mean, like, this is a great place. You are amazing. You're always encouraging. Sunny, trainer is amazing.
She's amazing.
And Patty is always encouraging
Always
with her
there.
texts and
Yes.
stuff. So it's
Yes. So thank you guys. If there is anything we can help you, shoot us information down there, comment below, or message us, and we'd love to give you more details on it. And enjoy your day.
thank you.